G'day everybody, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program, which it's been a little while since I've played this on any sort of stream or video, with the last thing being Capac and I doing our co-op stuff, and planning to rescue Stephanie, but never quite getting around to it. She was left in orbit of Kerbal for a long time. I very much hope that KSP2 will have good enough multiplayer that we can play it without having to struggle constantly against all of the issues that we ran into with the multiplayer mod. But this is going to be single player, which means we're going to have a whole lot of fun with predictions and me blowing stuff up. I have set the difficulty options to basically normal with career mode, turned off missing crews respawn. I'm going to leave these buttons checked just because I've got a bunch of mods, and if things crash, I'm not sure whether they'll be relevant. But I'm not going to allow myself to revert stuff. You guys are going to be watching the whole time, so I will not be using any revert. I won't be using any quick loading unless there needs to be a save and come back to something sort of thing. It's just a habit I have. I tend to leave things like that enabled but not use them just in case. Same in RimWorld, where I usually do the settings so that you can save scum, but I just don't save scum. I've installed a bunch of mods to hopefully make things a bit more pretty. I could probably put together a list of that by the time I do some more of this next week. I will do my best. So yeah, I've played about... Whoa, my headphones are a bit loud. I've played about, hang on, how many hours does it say? 589 hours of Kerbal Space Program. I'd say 90% of that was in the era around the time they just added... oh, why does it keep changing this? It was around the era that they just added Science Mode. So it was when Science Mode was new, Career Mode didn't exist yet. That was the era where I played a ton of this. And I've played little bits and pieces ever since. Also, thank you so much, Rad Nebula, for 31 months. It's getting ridiculous, the number of people who are over 30 months. Thank you, Ryber, for thank you, Ryber, for 5 months. And thank you, Hobbs, again for another 1,000 bits. Thanks, Tennis, for 11 months. Thanks, Crassus, for 10 months. And there we go. Thanks, Amaru, for 30 months as well. And Dwage for 27 months. Ah! Insect Learner for 28 months. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Especially thank you because when I tried to boot up my PC this morning, it didn't want to load the first time. Same happened yesterday. I'm a little concerned about my aging motherboard at this stage, as I got some errors related to not being able to load some components of the startup process just this morning. So that will help me help me replace this thing soon. It wasn't a blue screen. It didn't even load, like start loading Windows before it had crashed. It crashed on the, like it froze on the Gigabyte splash screen. Except this morning it didn't even have the Gigabyte splash. I think it failed to load the splash. I think that's what it was failing to load. Thank you, I'm dead. Wait, for another 5 gift subs. So, Red Blue, I wouldn't necessarily say Gigabyte motherboards are bad. All the reviews of them are usually pretty good. And this one would now be... Where did I buy it? I got my motherboard and CPU. So, the first year I went to PAX, which was 2017. I think it was 2017. 2017, 18, 19. Yeah, Capac and I went to 3 of them before COVID, I think. It was 2017. So 2017, I went to PAX. Intel had a booth there, and I won myself a 7700K, which I then sold on eBay and bought myself an 8700K because they'd just been released. And that's the same processor and motherboard that I'm using right now. So they're getting a bit on the old side. So in terms of parts mods, I've got Restock. I think I put Restock Plus, but I kind of like the textures on Restock. They're pretty. So yeah, I'm a little worried about my PC. Hopefully it'll hold out long enough until I can put together a replacement, which will almost certainly be a 13th gen Intel. Yeah, I refuse to go AMD until they have enough of a performance delta to make up for the things that have been incredibly unreliable when I've used them in the past. I've had very many negative experiences with AMD over the years, and don't have any plans to return to them. Oh, Mystery Goo Inline Containment Unit. Interesting. I like that. So that's one of the Restock Plus parts, I imagine. So, the no, Red Blue, they really don't. Intel and AMD really don't have the same stability in my experience. And looking at all the issues that Capac runs into. Ugh. But yeah, that's a personal preference thing and it's not going to change. Although Capax is probably RAM, which again is the Infinity Fabric, so. Anyway, mission 1 is always the boring one. I haven't screwed up my staging, so I'm not going to bother doing a prediction on this one, because I don't think I'll mess this one up. As an AMD fan, I'm going to have to agree with Splits. Yeah, like, AMD make good hardware. They just make terrible software. At least have done so for a long time. Has anyone played with ToughX and actually gotten it to keep the particular selections you choose? It's really annoying. I like the more vibrant colors of this rather than the washed out. Check on pad. Check on pad. Do EVA report. Do all the things for the first launch, and launch. I think the reality of all of this, these like component things is, if you look hard enough, you'll find bad experiences for pretty much every company out there. And also, if you look hard enough, you'll have had a bad experience yourself. I forgot to take my crew report out of the capsule so I could do another one in flight. Nuts. I'm not using any... I'm using Restock, which shouldn't change the values of any of the parts. From what I understand, it should just keep the parts the same, they just have different textures. So it should all be fine. Like, it should all be basically stock. But then there'll be a few extra non-stock parts, particularly for some of the larger diameter rockets. No, it wasn't slow. I put a, what's the rate limiter on it. Hey, Victorious. Thank you so much for 6 months. Yeah, basic. I've managed to, I think, find a pretty good level of visual mods that I seem to be running very nicely right now, so I'm happy. It was hard to test yesterday because I was rendering something when I was doing it. I like the parachute shape change. That's real cool. That's really cool. So, very much, I don't like the shadowing problem that I'm getting though. I don't know what this... It's a moire effect, isn't it? I wonder what setting is causing that. I'll have to figure that one out at some point. Roll over. Okay, and recover. So how is Stephanie going to get reclaimed? Well, I was mucking around in... I've been mucking around in Kerbal for a little bit over the last couple of weeks, and I got a random quest to save Stephanie. Which I'm hoping will come up in this. And if it comes up in this, I'm going to count it as a saved Stephanie. If it doesn't come up in this, well... Still got to get Capac into co-op and save Stephanie that way. Assuming that save even works. I mean, I could always launch a Stephanie into a Kerbal orbit and then eject everything but the capsule and then go up and save her. That feels a bit on the nose. Uh, 20 points. Do I want yeah, I think I want survivability. Go with that first. Increase the chances of things not going horribly wrong. I always like to upgrade the mission control first because I like to keep a few contracts active. Give myself a chance of doing like several contracts in one go. Oop. Still can't capture objects in orbit. I've never done a successful asteroid capture mission. I look forward to attempting one. But we'll have to do a few other things first. Let's not do any of those. Test a landed engine. Yes, we'll do that. Test RT1. Should be... Should be doable. That one, not so much. Alright, we'll try this one first. Thanks, Chipsticks. Yes, for Stephanie. Okay. So, missions. Right now we've got test a bunch of things landed at the launch site. And... What? Where'd my other mission go? I had another mission. What happened? Yeah, the Kerbal noises are always fun. Did I not accept that? Oh, I got another radial decoupler at the launch site. I'll take that. I think something went wrong with that other mission. Did I accidentally click decline rather than accept? Was I not paying attention? Maybe I did. Oh well. Oh well. I made the mistake trying to catch a big asteroid and just rode it into Kerbal. I don't think I've even gone that far with it. Okay, so we need a swivel liquid fuel engine. RT5 solid booster, which we can remove the fuel from, and a TT38 radial decoupler. Alright. All of that can go in one stage. I don't have any new science stuff, or do I? Oh, I do have the thermometer. And the barometer. Okay. Simple. I'm hoping to to grab a selection of slightly more complicated missions. So there's actually a reason for you guys to do predictions. Because I think we should be able to get through these early missions quickly. I'm always worried when I do that with the radial decouplers that I'll actually destroy something. Okay, that should give us enough science to unlock something else. Do I want stability, or do I want... I think I want more rocketry. Yeah. I don't have enough science for that. Dang it! Oh wait. I know I can do science around the KSC. I feel like that will be a very boring thing to do, so I might not do too much of the deliberate driving a rover around the KSC thing. Oops. Need missions. Give me the missions. Ooh. Wonder if there's a way to use a poll so you guys can pick missions to do that I feel are difficult. So last week I'd said during the RimWorld stream that I was going to try and look into the RimWorld Twitch integrations. Annoyingly, none of them really work the way I'd like them to work. Largely because the one that might work the way I want it to work doesn't work on new versions, and the one that does work on new versions doesn't work the way I want it to work, as in the polls for what to have happen next have to be manually started and manually set up. They're not randomized, and so I'd have to actually be doing that all the time, and I think that would take away a lot of the fun of it. Yeah, Pav, I don't think that science at the KSC is cheating per se, because I have crashed many a rover attempting it, but it's just not a very exciting experience. Test the... yeah, let's do that. Did I... said I failed it. Interesting. Into orbit. Well, that's not going to happen yet, is it? All right. Let's try that one I just accepted. Yeah, Kerbal Trap Springer. Saving it for when you just need that little bit of extra science for something that you really wanted that will help you do your next thing. I completely agree. That's totally the best use for it. Test TT38K radial decoupler splashdown. Let's put 2 of them on just so the flight isn't totally weird. And I can use the flare again. So yeah, I used the thrust limiter before to make the booster slow. then let's have some science for the water. Actually, for the air and water, let's do both. That'll get us our next unlock. I still don't think I'm going to fail this mission. Hey, thanks, Rekka. Thanks for 2 years. Thank you very much. Kerbal slingshot to launch you into space would be hilarious. I really want to learn how to use that stuff in Kerbal. Like, I love the mechanical stuff in Space Engineers, but I've never gotten around to playing enough KSP since that update. And I'd really like to learn it. Because I think doing silly things like seeing how high you can get something before it then ignites its own rockets is right up my alley. Probably didn't need all my fuel for this, did I? Yeah, a little bit like the gravity launcher I built on the moon. Yeah, except mechanical. A bit more like Tex's anemic throw for my neon pumpkin in Wrong Way Up, but less anemic. Hopefully. I'm sure there'll be several anemic throws to begin with, which, since I'm not doing reverts, we will have to test with probes to begin with, I reckon. Oops, oops, oops. Forgot to do the science while I was flying. There we go. Let's get the other side. And recover. Yeah, try and do something like the spin launcher, exactly. Because I reckon it might work with the rotor parts and things like that. I think it's totally doable. I don't know that you'd get particularly high before it tears itself apart from the forces involved with spinning something like that. But, you know, this is Kerbal. Got to give it a try, right? Alright, let's get stability and let's get general rocketry. I think these basic ones, there's not really any beelining I ever do with these. You kind of need all of that stuff. But I would like to try and get some of the science, extra science unlocked. Where's the other science now? I think it's further down the tree. It's all the Kerbal made. It's all the deployable stuff, I think. Yeah, it's a bit wet. A bit further down. Propellant APU, no. Ah, here we go. Electronics, yeah. That's ages away. Alright, don't need to worry about that. We'll get this one, and then I'm sweet. For a while. I tried that but couldn't get a reliable enough release mechanism. Well, that's going to be the fun of it. I didn't set the... There is apparently a way... There's a way in the menu that you can actually set the Kerbals to have a G-force limit. I didn't set that, but we could have some fun with setting that later because I'm pretty sure I could just modify that whenever. Where the Kerbals get unconscious at certain G-force levels. Alright, can I do any of these missions? You know what? I suck at these. That's what I'm here for. How far away are any of these locations? Are they all relatively close? Yes. Alright, I'm going to try one of these get a crew report over X ones. See if I can do it with a rocket. I normally wait till I've got planes before I try and do them. Timing is the problem on a spin launcher unless it's really big. Yeah, I'm thinking you'd need to go pretty big to get enough speed up. But yes, timing is a difficult thing. I don't know how all the timing systems work. Like in Space Engineers, I'd use a sensor to trigger the release when it reaches a certain point. So I'd have the sensor off. Once it's gotten up to speed, turn the sensor on. When it triggers the sensor, it'll flick and release. You have to manually release? That will make it more tricky. Yeah, in Space Engineers, the new logic blocks may make it even better. Assuming they are what we all want them to be. Okay, so we've got crew report in flight above. Let's do that. Of 19 kilometers. Let's just fresh. So, this mission I might fail, which means... yeah, the Brood, there are mods. Hang on. Quickly give you guys a show of what they are. Steam apps, common, Kerbal. Where are you? Kerbal and CCAN. The mods that I currently have active are... No, I do not wish to reinstall now. I'm currently running the game. Jeez. How do I... Filters. Installed. These are the mods I have installed. Which, I guess, I can drop in the Discord in case anyone cares to look. There we go. That way, if anyone wants to have a look, that's where you can find it. I'm aware, Beer Seeker, there's no way I can zoom in that in CCAN, so that's why I put it in the Discord. Alright, decouple. So for this, I'm a little concerned I'm going to mess this up. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get above 19,100 meters. I might do this entirely with a liquid. That should get me there. Maybe. Let's find out. Yes, I upload all my streams to YouTube, except for there are a few that I don't, but generally speaking, yes, they all get uploaded to my Flipsy YouTube channel. I can't remember my command in chat to make that go, but what I'm doing right now is prediction. Start prediction. I really wish KSP didn't minimize itself whenever I do this. Let's do this. So, will I successfully complete the mission? Yes, you've got this. Whoop. Nope. You'll just miss. And finally, goodbye, Jeb. Goodbye, Jeb is if Jeb doesn't make it back. I'll give you a minute. So, I suspect the least likely of these three is goodbye, Jeb. I hope. The other two are more likely. Complete on first try. Complete on first try. This launch. Will this launch? All these predictions, unless I specify otherwise, will be about the specific launch. Because one of the things I found really, really fun playing Mars Horizons was doing the predictions on the launches. And doing launches in non-ideal conditions. Like, doing things that I possibly wasn't going to be able to succeed at made it so much more fun to do the predictions because you didn't know. I didn't know. That's an interesting spelling there, Isaac. Even Bleeplesy. I don't want part failure mods. I genuinely like the vanilla experience. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of part failure stuff. Because I didn't want to, do things that way. Thanks, Dare Zombie, for the Prime sub. And thank you, Cyborg 2004 for 6 months. No fins. One stage. Can I get to 19 kilometers with this? I actually don't know. How'd the prediction go? Oh, I know what I need to do. What am I doing? I need to open up this. Here we go. Copy that. I'm going to do something that a lot of people are going to be upset by. And use Edge. So that I can have different zoom level for this window to this one. You don't have permission to put... Oh, I'm not logged in. Dang it! Well, that didn't work. I have to sign into Twitch. Give me a second. My idea is, if I put, a
little bit.
Don't go away. Stop auto-playing things with noise. If I put this on a separate window, I can then have it show up so I can see what the prediction's doing. Should have planned this beforehand. That would have been smart. So now I've got to do all the authentication stuff for Twitch. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Alright, signed in. Now I'm signed into the correct account. We can do this. Hooray! Alright, wow. That's a lot more favorable than I was anticipating. Let's see if you're right. Thanks, Greg. Thank you for 15 months. Uh-oh. That was a bit overexcited there. Yeah, I started using Edge a little bit when I started using the Flipsy YouTube channel, because I found it easier to have two separate browsers for my two separate YouTube accounts than I did. Oh, I need to go a lot further. Than having two separate profiles in Chrome. So I preferred doing it that way. It just made it easier for me. How are we doing? We're coming around. We're coming around. Come on, come on. Yeah! Crew report! Mission complete! It's not mission complete till Jeb gets back safely, though. I'm gonna unpin that. Pretty. Can I land on the desert? Can I go far enough? Oh, that's not at all the way I wanted to turn. What have I done? Oh yeah. So, skydiving in KSP. I have zero experience with that. Like, zero. At some point I should probably learn that. Oh, wait, am I about to make it? If I go on too high, am I going to burn up? Uh-oh. Possibly should have used that fuel to slow myself down rather than speed myself up. Oh dear. Oh, didn't quite break atmosphere. Oh dear. I know the pod has a built-in heat shield-ish, but I'm just a bit worried I'm going to come in a bit wrong. Uh-oh. The capsule automatically spins around to retrograde. So there's no need to spin it. It automatically readjusts. Which is why I just let it float. Please slow down. Please slow down. Please slow down. Okay. Alright, looks like we'll be okay, I think. I reckon the reason I've killed the most Kerbals is having a Science Junior attached to one of these. And trying to bring it back as one piece. Hooray! Because I've definitely come in hot way too many times. Alright, I think we can call that one a mission success. Choose outcome. Oh, I should probably wait till I've landed. Something could go wrong. I do love Jeb's faces during the things that go on, and the fact that each of the Kerbals have a different different things they do. Alright. Actually, I do like the confirmation one. Dialogue. I think it is helpful. Nope, no Earth Shadow and Kaboom yet. Very much yet. Only got 20 science, there's nothing to unlock. I feel pretty good about that one. I think it might be more tricky trying to do one of these in-flight belows, so let's do one of them. On orbit, suborbital, in flight. Oh yeah. Let's try that. Get some of these out of the way. 2 missions in and Jeb is still alive. Yep. Somehow. Somehow. Sure, this rocket worked. Let's do it again. Ah, caps is on. Do 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 do. How are you supposed to learn anything with all this success? If things aren't exploding, are you really sciencing hard enough? Yes, no, and maybe. Ooh. Over the mountains, you say. To shreds, you say. I played no revert and no respawn. I would put every rocket out 2 times with no one in it to make sure it didn't fall over. Huh. That's... Come on, we gotta give Jeb his adrenaline rush somehow. Okay, so the crew report has to be under, which means I don't need to gain particularly much altitude. If I sort of do this, am I going to move far enough? No, I need to be a little bit more tilted. Oh, I meant to add another mod. There was a mod that I think allows you to do... Oh, I wrote it down. Oh, better time warp. I should try and add that. Because I think you can then do physics warp while accelerating. Beer Seeker, I don't think I can see my apoapsis until I upgrade the tracking center. Like, That's why I've got no readout on here. Oh, it does actually say it. Oh. I just assumed it didn't. I'm not too worried about that. Although I suppose I can leave it up. Oh, I need to change my interface scaling a bit for you guys, I think. Hey, Jackson. Thank you for 38 months. Yep, bring her home. If I can. If the mission comes up, I'm doing it. Oh, I should probably pin this. So I can quickly click on it. There's a crew report, yes. You are entering. Crew report taken. Should I try and land in the mountains? Let's give it a... see how much I can get. Oh, that texture doesn't line up at all, does it? That's... Oh, there we go. Hidden by clouds. Nobody saw anything. X marks the spot. Oh, now they're back. Aside from that bit of glitchiness, the parallax terrain textures I think look really good. Which is why I switched up to them. I saw them in a post on Reddit. Was like, oh yeah, I like these. For a second I was worried about that. What are the chances the first stage will hit Jeb? As soon as I get enough rocketry that we can do some orbital stuff, I think this is going to get a little more likely for things to go explosively hilarious. What's my opinion on RSS RP1? I was tempted to do the realistic solar system stuff. The reason I ended up not doing it was I didn't want to mess around and figure out whether it was going to work with the visual mods that I'd added. But also, I still haven't successfully made it back from Duna. Like a landing on the surface with a Kerbal. After all these years, I still have not successfully done it. I've gotten to it numerous times. And I've gotten to other planetary bodies, but I've never made it back. So I thought maybe I should do that before I add so much difficulty that even that bit's... yeah. That was my thinking. Alright, let's see. I think I've got enough stuff. I reckon we can make it to orbit. Or at least out of the atmosphere and unlock the next... Escape the atmosphere, orbit Kerbal. Let's try and orbit. Alright, so we want... I think for this... Some of you are going to cringe at this, but I think it works really well. For safety. Yep, that looks weird. Oh yeah, I should probably put the... Alright, now you know what the next mission is. We can finish this prediction. Yep. We can start the next one. The next one, I think, is going to be a bit more mixed in terms of what people are predicting. Also, I don't know why dark mode didn't translate across to this. Let me... Ugh, go away. Horrible news I don't have any interest in. Huh. Odd. Oh well, whatever. Too hard to fix now. It'll lead now. Rockets don't have canard splitsy. I know. But something I realized when I was messing around with some of this is if you have adjustable winglets on your capsule, even if you have a really bad return trajectory, you've got enough lift that you can flatten it out and give yourself that extra time to slow down. Alright, so what rockets do we have? We've got the Thumper, got the Swivel, and we got the Pug. What's this Valiant one? That must be new. That must be one of the Restock Plus ones. So I think with the part number limits and the weight limit we've got, I shall just stick with... Yeah, I think having too many engines is just going to make it harder, not easier. Maybe. No, let's give it a go. See how many pieces I actually need for this. Let's put a Pug on there. Then we'll put a stage separator. I'll put some more. And some more. We're up to 15. And some more. Oh, I did that prediction too short. I was meaning to make it longer. Oh well. I'll put a swivel. Then... that on there. Put that on there. Adjust its position. And aerodynamics. We're already overweight by a lot. Which I might have the money. Might. Orbit. Whoop. Let's upgrade the pad. No blamos yet. I am deliberately doing things that I've found difficult in the past. Yeah, let's upgrade that. How much is this going to cost? Nope, don't have the money. So, I do technically have enough Delta V. If I do the launch right, if things don't go screwy. A lot of ifs. Now, do I have... I don't have struts yet, do I? No. I probably want to move that slightly up then. Then we've got 6 parts left, so I can add these down the bottom. Yeah. There we go. This'll be fine. Jeb's gonna be fine. Put that in there. Check my staging. Separator. Separator. Drogue shoots first. Cool. Alright. Here we go. Now remember, there were 3 options. There's Jeb dies, mission fail, or mission success. Let's give a little bit of extra control with the liquid fuel engine. Alright, launching in 3, 2, 1. Jeb, the honoured ancestor of all Capacs. Well, I mean, he's green in an orange suit, so he's sort of a semi-ripe Capac. Matcha, my GPU hasn't caused any issues lately. Oh, I forgot to throttle adjust my boosters. My GPU hasn't given me any troubles, but I think my motherboard is. Okay. Deliberately didn't tilt at the usual optimal time there because I was afraid I was going to flip over. Come on. You can do it. You can turn. There we go. Perhaps this is at 75. Let's keep turning. Not sure I'm going to have enough fuel. Because I didn't do the most efficient trajectory there. I can't do maneuver nodes, so I'm just going to have to make it up as I go along. Let's wait till I'm closer to the apoapsis, I think. Oh yeah, 100% eyeballing it. That's how real Kerbals do space. Who needs no spreadsheet? Back when I was playing KSP a lot, I actually did have a spreadsheet where I'd been calculating my preferred like delta V for different bodies because I knew I was drastically inefficient with everything I did. Hello. Thank you. Oh, I should have started burning much sooner. Much sooner. I might be able to make it to orbit. Maybe. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, little engine. My current altitude is 93 kilometers. I think I got this. Which I'm quite surprised at. The big question is, will my wings help for landing? Alright, periapsis is at 30, 40, 50, 60, and orbit. Yeah. Let's go around the night side. And we'll try and land in the daylight. Boo. Boo, because I succeeded. Jeez. Yeah, something like this will do. That'll be close enough to the KSC. Alright, let's retrograde. Let's bring it down. Yeah, I'm always going to need to have a lot of fuel available for mistakes, because I will make them. I can't do a spacewalk. I don't have the tech yet. I need to upgrade the astronaut complex before I can do EVAs in space. Whee! Now do a moon orbit return without nodes. No. 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 I think I could. I think. But I'd want a lot more fuel than I have. A lot more. Are the fins... Wait, are these fins adjustable? Oh, they're not. Dang it. They're the wrong fins. I wanted the ones that actually are movable. Because the movable ones are really useful here. Imagine Jeb reporting that to ground control. You know, I think I've got enough fuel to try for the moon. Yeah, I can see that being a thing that an astronaut would do. Back in the days where they were all just a little bit more crazy than... like the test pilot era. Where they were all Air Force test pilots. The fins are in the right place for re-entry, but I have no idea how he got to orbit like that. Easy. Fuel! Oh, here we go. And... bye! Whoa. Time to make Jeb dizzy. Huzzah! So hear a few explosions in the background. No, they're not control surfaces, the winglets. I forgot. I got the wrong ones. I don't think I've got the controllable ones yet. Whoa. Which is why this is happening. Imagine if the chutes could get tangled. Oh. This would be so bad. No, it does not look comfortable. It looks incredibly uncomfortable. This is beyond vomit comet. I think Jeb would have passed out if we had the G-forces enabled. Oh boy. Okay, I can speed things up again, I think. Is there a dead? Is there a dead with G-force, or is there just lose consciousness? I've never tried it before. I thought the lose consciousness thing was so that you'd lose your pilot, which is enough punishment, really. Yeah, the scenery is parallax. Oh, yeah. No human would survive this, no. There we go. Hooray! Even landed the correct way up so I could EVA. Which I've already done here. Okay, fine. No human would survive. That's basically true of most Splitsy builds. Yes. That is true. Wow. Lots of confidence today. I like it. It's going to make it all the more spectacular for all of us when it goes wrong. Okay, mission control. What do we got? Explore the moon. Fly by the moon. Alright. I've got enough money. I can upgrade the tracking station. So let's do that. Patched conics are definitely worth my while. Let's do it. Let's go to the moon. Oh, hang on. Kerbals can perform EVAs. Let's enable EVAs before we go to the moon. So I'm going to attempt to get there with the stuff that I currently have, because I don't think I've got enough science to get anything else. Oh, I do have a bit more science. So, do I get a science junior? Or do I get some bigger fuel tanks? I think I get the science. Which is actually going to make getting to the moon harder. A lot harder. So, science. Deliberately below the detachment point. Because those things are heavy. Yeah, I've only got basic... I've got the winglet and the basic fin, that's it. Ah! Thank you so much, NCC Hero. Thank you for a total of 120 gift subs. Thank you very much. That is going to be very helpful toward my yeah, replacement. I think I'm going to need to order my replacement PC parts soon. What does this look like with the new doors? Okay. Kind of like the restock stuff. Looks like a little face. Unamused. Oh, those are tier 3s. Jeez. Wow. NCC. Thank you. Thank you very much. I misread that. Thank you very much. So, what can I do to make this a bit more effective? I think what I'll do is add another fuel tank or two to this stage. Maybe one more to the pug stage. And do I want my little... How big are the basic fins? Oh, maybe I'll go with the basic fins. They're a bit smaller. Yeah. Let's do it. Gives it some style. Yeah. Moonshot. Safe. Okay. Right. Now, I was going to check. I take that out of there for a second. 1.76. Let's bring that down a bit. 1.33. I think that's around optimal. I can't remember. I have some vague recollections of it being something like thrust to weight ratio of 1.2-ish in something I watched, probably by Scott Manley talking about it, or maybe it was by oh man, it's the younger English guy that does stuff as well. Name's escaping me. Do I need a proper heat shield? Matt Loud, thank you. Do I take out the tank and add a heat shield? .2 is a good target, but you do not want to go lower than that 1.25. Yeah, so about where I'm at is pretty good. Especially since I've got the liquid fuel, so I can adjust my speed a bit. Alright. So, prediction time. Start prediction. Well, I successfully complete the mission. So, should I add an extra thing to this, now that we're getting a little more spicy? Yes, but no survivors. So, complete the mission objective. No one's... Oh, is that too many outcomes? No, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Simple is better. So my mission is to get a flyby of the moon. So this is... fail... but Jeb's alive, which could mean Jeb's stuck in orbit, but he hasn't died. And this is Jeb did not make it. Whether I successfully did or not. And we'll stick with those rules, because I think that makes it more fun. If everyone knows what we're doing. Alright. Moonshot victory, let's go. How much Delta V does the rocket have? Yes. It has yes. Ah. Nuts. I should have rotated this so that my winglets are kind of working with me getting the gravity turned. It's very pretty launching in the afternoon, in the evening. Yeah, the cloud layer is a mod. It is indeed, Tex. I posted in the spoiler alert channel the list of mods over on the Discord. Come on. Come on. Tilt a bit more. Tilt more. Cassio, tilt. Uh-oh. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Uh-oh. Force of habit to go to the right of the thingy, even though I'd aligned wrong. I changed my alignment. I shouldn't have done that turn. Oh. Curses. That's wasted some fuel. Whoops. Charlie, what are you doing under my desk? You're not allowed under there. Come on. Out. 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 Come on. You know you're not allowed. Oh, I'm going to have to pause the game and get the dog out from under the desk. Come on. You want to go outside? Is that what you want? Manipulating me. Yeah. Yeah. And fresh. I think she's just learnt the quickest way to get me to get her out of the room. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, let's get this thing nice and down. Yes, Splitsy's true nemesis, directions. So very, very true. Thanks, Gamerjack. Thanks for 5 months. Sorry I missed that before. And thank you, Alpha Killer Whale. Okay. Let's see what happens now. With that wasted fuel on launch, am I going to make it even to Kerbal orbit? And how NASA would be seen if they had dog under the desk problems. No, I think I was playing Space Engineers when Charlie knocked out the power. Or was it something with Capac? No, it was solo. Oh dear. I've got a lot of Delta V, but I can't apply it particularly quickly or efficiently. Because the engine is quite slow. Yeah, Hobbs, the visual mods that I've got installed are quite pretty. I saw a screenshot, like, yeah, that. I saw a screenshot of someone that posted on Reddit, and they gave a list of what mods they were using. I'm like, yes, I'm using those, because that looks really nice. Switch my mouse to Infinity Scroll mode and I'm getting used to it still. Oh, it was Capac and I multiplayer RimWorld. Yeah, there we go. RimWorld? Icarus? Something. Yes, high ISP, low thrust. My periapsis is still negative 230 kilometers. I don't know that I'm even going to make orbit. Oh. Okay, I don't need to quite go that high then. I can't believe that it really was directions that got me. I was trying to be good and do things the right way. I have made it to orbit though. I think. 40, 50, 60. There we go. We're in orbit. So, where is the moon? Moon is there. Means we'll probably want to go from about here. See if my orbit is aligned well enough to actually get... No. Okay. I'm actually going to have to do an orbital adjustment because I'm so off kilter. That's one of the first times I've ever had to do that for a moonshot. Because I don't think I've ever done it quite this badly before on launch. Just fire prograde at the moonrise like old times. Do 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 do. Wonder. Huh. Wonder with how fast I go around whether I can just... Yeah, whatever, I'll fix it. Fix it a bit. Don't need to fix it the whole way though. Where are we at? 3, 2... I think if I'm within like 1.5 degrees, I'll probably be okay. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Let's give this another crack. If I can find the cheapest flyby. There we go. Moon flyby. In 7 minutes. Minute 36 burn. Ooh. Ooh. Can I do better than that? That's actually going to be real tight. Why isn't my burn time adjusting? I'm reducing the amount of prograde movement and my burn time isn't changing at all. No, it should be okay. My periapsis is still fairly low on this, on the return orbit, so I should be okay. 30 plus 18 is 48. So the real spicy bit of this mission is almost certainly going to be re-entry, because I'm not going to be able to do a lot to control it, I think. And then yeah, that's really gonna be it. We're gonna see if my little winglets make any impact. Just a flyby of the moon. Just a flyby. Come on. Come on. Let's get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. Throttle down a little bit so I can cut it off at the very moment I catch a little bit of moon flyby. There we go. Moon flyby. And let's go. Oh, hang on, no. Let's... For a report. No. Oh, no, I didn't bring a scientist. I can only do one. No. Fine, I'll do it on the moon. Just realized I can't reset my Science Junior. Although I can EVA, because I haven't EVA'd yet above Kerbal. Cheb knew he was in trouble when the moon's gravity kicked him out into the sun. I do love how many comments are in chat like, you're fine with this much, you're fine with this much. You guys literally just watched me point the rocket the wrong way because I'd rotated 90 degrees. Are you sure I've got enough? Like, seriously. I'm not sure those two things go together properly. Okay, you should have enough. Yeah, that's more like it. EVA. Oh, this is going to be fun. Why does the rocket start spinning as soon as I get out? No spinny. No spin rocket. Wait, I can collect the data from here. Yes. Okay, good. Good, good, good. We'll get back in. You calling Jeb fat? Maybe. Alrighty. Time to apoapsis. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Right, we're pointing pretty perfectly retrograde. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a burn. Bring this down. Yeah, that'll do. 60 Ks. 90 degrees off is good enough for rocket shenanigans. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that's right. Jeb can actually do retrograde positioning now. The planets look so much nicer with these visual mods. Okay, I reckon somewhere around here is where I'll start slowing myself down. Do it while I'm still in vacuum. Should, hopefully, have a safe return trajectory. So, usually when I've been playing this just on my own, by this point, I will have done something stupid that requires a revert to VAB. Should. I usually would have. But some reason, having people predict whether it's going to go wrong, I've made fewer errors in design. How are we looking? Well, this isn't too bad. About to run out of rocket juice though. Alright. Goodbye. Interesting. If I do something and I'm still on the pad, if I notice something on the pad, do I get you guys to decide whether I'm allowed to revert or not? It's an interesting idea. Well, there go the winglets. They were not designed for that. Actually, that's a good point. A revert at pad is fine. I don't want to do a revert any other time. If I've made a stuff up, I'm gonna try and recover it, whether that means because that kind of creates the cool missions in KSP. The ones where you have to go and recover a Kerbal that you've left in orbit. The ones where you got to do all those sorts of things. I reckon that's where it gets really fun. Yep, Jeb's still chilling. He looks content. No screaming. $24,000 meters, 1,250 meters per second. I think we're going to be good. Yeah, I'm certainly with the KSP devs that life support mods, I think there's some fun to be had with them, but there's definitely some fun to be had that's only possible without them. And I like the headcanon that Kerbals are fine in space for extended periods because they're green, because they've got chlorophyll in their skin. so they can create their own food. So they're mobile plants. Though that may be my love of Farscape coming out. Those parachutes look like giant eyes and I really don't like it. I like it. Googly eyes. And a nose. Giant eyeballs. It's like someone kicked a Muppet really hard. Wow. Thanks so much, Violet Kitten. Thank you for 13 months. Those are the drogues, and then the orange one in the middle is the full shoot. Yeah, Wolf. I think I completely agree with you. Having life support as a mod, great in this, because then it's very optional and people who just want an extra challenge can go for it. But having it in the base game, I think, would take some of the fun. Thanks, Andy TH, for the Prime sub. Success. I come back bearing much science. Splashdown. I think BSC are having something that's more like having life support needs is a bit more complex than radio connections. The game would have had to have been designed around that idea. I think. To do those sorts of things right, you very much need to have it in mind from the beginning. Okay, so next unlocks. I think we want to keep trying to get to the moon and then Minmus. So, because if I can do that, I get heaps more science than doing anything with aviation. Aviation kind of slows you down a bit. I'd very much enjoy playing with it, but I feel like it slows down your ability to progress through. There's the basic... Oh, there. No, that's the Oxstat XL. Ah, there it is. Ooh. I'm tempted to get the electrics one so that I can get the PV panel and then get advanced rocketry. I think that's the way I want to go. What do I want? Flight control. No, I'll go rocketry. I've had too many capsules run out of power over the bit in the past. Yeah, Minmus is easier in a lot of ways than the moon. Orbit the moon, go on an orbital spacewalk near the moon, return to Kerbal from orbit of the moon. Alright, let's accept that. We'll accept the Bring Moonstone contract. We'll accept this rescue Kargan from orbit. And science data from the surface of the moon. Yes. Conduct focused observational surveys. Test that at the launch site. Let's take the easy money. And we can use that one to do the splashdown. And that'll do us. So I have an idea. Yeah, Minmus is just easier all around, and you get hit. I feel like you get more science from it. Thanks, Cryptonomicon. Thanks for the probe sub. Yeah, my RimWorld disaster last week. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on the Twitch integration mods for RimWorld, and if some updates happen that make them work for what I would like to do, I will. I'll probably give them a go. 567,000. Is that enough? That might be enough for me to upgrade the launch facility, the VAB. I can get more than 30 parts. Maybe. Yes, let's do that. Ooh, do I do the final upgrade for the launch pad? Then I can do more boosters. More and more and more and more. Vicebrot, I have not done the KSP, the KSC science collection, just because it's boring. That's really all. That's really the only reason. 100% playing Wild. I will be playing KSP2 as soon as it comes out. That will be a thing. Okay. So. Let's just save that and let's get a new one, because we are going to go and recover Kargan. Which means I need... Ooh. Does the State Putnik do... anything? Wait, do I even have control? No, I don't. Oh, wait, that could still work, though. Oh, wait, I've got the Protobion. It's fine. Alright, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be an unmanned launch to recover... What the... Uh-oh. There it is. Unmanned launch to recover Kargan? Kargan. Yeah, I thought it was no SAS. That's why I want the Protobion, because it's got SAS. And because I'm using the capsule, I'll have reaction wheels. Though I don't need monopropellant. Coupling. So I want payload. Let's shield that. Let's put that on top. No. Let's... Wait. Oh, what is Kargan? Are they a scientist? Are they a pilot? What are they? Eh, let's chance it. That'll be fun. Prediction. Oh! Oh, this one was a bit more interesting. Choose outcome. Yes, you've got this. That was a bit more of a spread. Only 47% thought I was going to succeed that time. And now that you know what I'm about to do for this next mission... give you a bit longer while I build the rocket. So... Protobion. Got our capsule. We'll put our... parachutes on there. Now build the rocket. Yes, mods can do that stuff as well, but I never know when my mods are actually around, so I don't try and get them to do that stuff. I just do it myself. Alright, we got power. Oh, I don't need more than that. That'll be fine. Do I want to put another rechargeable battery bank in there? Nah. Oh, trust me, Mulky Mac. Yeah, I do. I do need drogue chutes for the Mark 1 capsule. There have been so many times when I have messed up my return trajectory. Enough that it is well worthwhile having. Oops. They are definitely valuable. Yes, I would assume this rescue is in LKO, because most of them tend to be at this stage. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that tank. The smaller I make this, the easier it's going to be to get that rendezvous. Alright, I'll go check. Target. Rescue 1. Save. I'll go check, fine. Where's Kargan at? I was kind of leaning into that being a bit fun. There you go. Kargan's Hulk is there. Periapsis of 77. Apoapsis of 80. Easy. At least once I get into orbit. The joys of visual mods and switching between scenes. And how much longer that takes. Alright, boosters. And we got our boosters. And at some point, I've got to learn keyboard shortcuts for some of these things. I remember a couple, but it's literally just a couple. Okay. What's our thrust to weight ratio with those? 1.7. Let's bring that down. 0.2, maybe it'll go 78. Something around there. Yeah, there we go. 1.3. Goes there. That goes there. They go there. It's safe. No RCS. I don't have any yet. So I'm going to have to do this rendezvous entirely with engine power. The good thing is, because it's not a docking, I just need to get close enough that I can switch control and then fly Kargan over using his suit's jetpack. Oh no, I've got a gyro. It's in the capsule. The reaction wheels are in the capsule. That's how I get them, because I don't actually have any unlocked yet. Alright. Make sure it hasn't put crew in. Yep. I don't think I need an antenna, but I might shove one on anyway. I never know when I don't think you need one in LKO. There we go. That looks funny with them sticking out the door. It's like a little snowman with a candy cane nose. Yeah. We should be right. Yep, let's do it. Stop waiting around, let's go. Okay. Yep, let's launch. I probably, as was mentioned in chat, and I just noticed it then, should remember to be better at, should try and be better at remembering? That's what I was trying to say. Be better at remembering to put lights on my craft because they're really dark. Like, real dark. Let's see if we can get away with a little bit of a lean to start. Come me. Bye, boosters. Oh my gosh. You have... I destroyed so many rockets in the past until I learnt how to move boosters on the separators, so that they'd be separated and flung away from the rocket rather than just pushed a little bit away and then aerodynamic forces smack them back into the bottom of it. Oh, I might not have lights unlocked. That's true. It's very true. Yeah, for a rescue mission, lights might have been useful. Oh well. It's a stealth rescue mission. Yeah. I feel like I've done a better launch trajectory this time. Where are we looking? I mean, we're only rocket scientists. Lights are a dark secret of electricians. I've never used MechJeb. I think probably because I've never put myself in a situation where I've done tons and tons of the same launch. My launch vehicles in KSP have always tended to be unique, so I've kind of felt like me manually launching it is kind of a big part of the fun. But I totally get it if you're like relaunching fuel up to orbit over and over and over again. MechJeb's quite good, which is clearly why for KSP2 they're talking about once you've done something once and you need to repeat it, it can then be automatically repeated once you've proven that you can do it. Which seemed like a good compromise to me. Of course, I am right on the opposite side of the planet. I messed that up. I didn't even look. Didn't even look. Gonna have to go around a few times to let it catch up, or let me catch up to it, whichever way I decide to do it. There you go. Didn't look when I did that burn just before, and I didn't actually burn the correct way. But that should be enough. Let's go, Spinny. Oh wait, how far off am I? 1.6. Let's fix that. Do. And we're almost there. Point 2, 1.1, 1.0, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6. Let's slow down because it's running away from me. Yeah, this is career mode. I was gonna do science mode, but then I'm like, there are some aspects of career mode that are good. There are some that are not. There are some aspects of career mode that are fun. Especially if I start screwing things up. Okay. Whoa, too far. Too far! Round and round and round we go. We are not orbiting at the same speed. It will catch me. Because my periapsis and apoapsis are both higher than theirs. Not by much, because I'm lazy and I just tend to orbit round and round and round and let them catch up slowly rather than try and do it more quickly. And we're at 130 kilometers separation at the moment. I will probably close things down a little bit. Oh, hang on. What should I do? Maybe I'll do it at periapsis. What I want to do is bring that down, but I also want to spin around a bit. Something like that. Do. Okay. That makes it easier. So his is at 80, mine's at 90. In fact, I might actually have to start doing something different in a second. Might do this a bit more actively than I was planning. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna give this a crack. I know this isn't maximally efficient, but I want to see if I can actually catch back up. And I can do it on this pass. 9 kilometers, 8 kilometers, 7. Rotate so that the controls make sense to me. Let's do this. $7.2 kilometers. 7. I have to read this off because the text is so tiny even for me. 6.5. 6. 5.5. Let's go back on lock. Yeah, we're so meeting on the dark side. You're absolutely right. 5.2. 5.1. 5. 4.5. 4. 3.5. Where'd they go? Flip around. Okay, we're closing again. 3.3. Yes, yes, yes. Very funny, Scythe. It's okay, there's lights you can use. Oh, wait. 2 kilometers. 1.8. 1.7. I really wish, and I wonder if there's a mod for this that you guys know of. I really wish there was a way to, in this view, see the meters ticking down from further away than 1.2 kilometers. Because it would make these rendezvous a lot easier for me. 1.5. Show meeting distance. What? This is speed. I know that's speed to target, but when I'm going quite slowly, I'm never sure whether that's negative or positive. Here we go. There we go. 1,100 meters. Closing at 11 meters a second. Advanced orbital info. Approach info. That's showing intersects, though. That's not the info that I want. I just want to I just want to see the distance. Because I'd find that more helpful. Let's slow down a little bit. Keep going too far. Oh, it's getting away from me. No, stop going away. Closer. No, not on the dark side. Not where I might run out of juice for doing my my rolls. How am I looking power-wise? Yeah, I'm good. Got 60. 510. 500 meters. 470. 400 meters. 350. Moving a bit quickly now. 250. 180. I reckon I'm almost close enough. I can just do a little bit of a burn like so. Just bring our relative velocities down. $90 meters. Look at this. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. All right, I think it's time to switch. EVA. Release. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Look at that view. Get that EVA report. And we're there. Oh yeah. Not even properly on the dark side. What are you? Engineer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hopefully we don't need the, yeah. Hopefully we don't need our SAS on our return. I'm just gonna come around to the light side for this landing. Oh, can I land at the nearby the KSC? Let's give it a crack. That should be about right, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. Burn, baby, burn. Nope, not to target. Orbit. Rescue mission might succeed. The longest proportion of the mission is done, but the most dangerous is yet to come. Yeah, I could have tried landing in a new biome. That probably would have been smart. But with just a capsule, it's not that big a deal. I thought I'd try and get myself somewhat close to the KSC if I can. Just for the challenge of it. There, we're down to there. Yeah, it is steep, but I've still got heaps of fuel, so I can. Because I'll be actively slowing myself down as well. Probably most of the way. At some point, I should probably look into what the correct re-entry angles are for certain things, so I have... Because most of my knowledge of how to do re-entry is derived from explosive practice, which means I've probably developed some suboptimal habits, shall we say. Yeah, we're already down to 1,300 meters a second, and we're still above 45 kilometers. We are going to be just fine. I reckon by the time we run out of fuel, I'll be going slow enough I could pop the drogues. I'm also deliberately burning a bit more vertical to get rid of more vertical speed than I do horizontal, using mainly drag for the horizontal. Once I'm at this altitude. Yeah, like I could deploy the drogues already. That's how much fuel I had left over. Just slap a big heat shield on there and any re-entry is fine. Yeah, slap the giant one on so it's a parachute, not a heat shield. Alright, and time to lose the active reverse, which might well hit the KSC. Oh, no! Switch control. Gave me control of the wrong thing. That could have been bad. Oh no! I should have put parachutes on it! I could have recovered both. Aww. Well. Oh well. That would have been fun. Should have done that. I think it's going to be out at sea where that hits. We have a look. Yeah, it'll be out in the water. And I think I'm going to fall just short of the KSC. But pretty close. Like, I'm happy if I'm ever on just this peninsula. I feel pretty chuffed with myself if I manage that. And... Blammo? Oh. What? Did that not die? I think part of my pod survived. We're gonna have to look at that. Stage recovery does save you money in career mode anyway. If you can recover it, you get money back from the parts. So if you can save it, it can be worth it. What does the stage recovery mod add beyond that? I'm guessing more money? Or is it about controlling the spent stages so you can actually attempt to control more than one thing at a time? Because one of the things that Capac and I really wanted to do with the multiplayer mod for KSP was have, when we come back with multiple stages, one person switches to control the returning stage and we directly control, so we save multiple stages. But the latency even on land was always too bad for us to manage to do that. And vanilla stages are destroyed if they go beyond physics range. Recovery mod fix that. Okay. Okay. That sounds like a good one. We're home! Mission success! No RCS needed. Wow. Extra confident today, everyone. Suppose I haven't had a failure yet. Which is surprising. I want to see what's left of this. What is left of it over here? Oh, it's just the Protobodine with the antenna. Oh, it's so the thing must have saved it. The whatchamacallit. Ooh. It is sinking though. Should I let it sink to the bottom? It won't be any use to me. Let's recover. FMRS is the one that lets you control returning stages by splitting the save game into multiple timelines. Yeah. Interesting. I do like the idea that you can get more from returning stages. Okay, so missions we have now. I've got a LVT-45 swivel splashdown. What could I do with that? Pug splashdown. Perfect. There's another rescue. We'll leave that for the moment because we're going to go to the moon after we do a couple of engines splashdown. Which are the engines? TV-45. Sorry, LVT-45 and LV-303. Do. This'll work, surely. What could possibly go wrong here? Thrust to weight ratio. Oh, it's putting all the others in there. Thrust to weight ratio of 1.21. Sure, that'll work. Let's get some parachutes. There. And I need an empty capsule, which I forgot because I don't have any control things. There we go. This doesn't look wrong at all. It'll be fine. I'm going to do a prediction on this one because it's a bit broken. We'll get rid of good. I'm just get rid of good budget. Yeah, nice and quick for this one. Thanks, Everman. Thanks for the Prime sub. Yeah. Launch. And thank you everybody for the well wishes of my big news I revealed on Friday that my partner is having a baby and we are expecting him around late March, early April. So that should be fun. Okay. Has the prediction finished yet? No. I'm hoping, I mentioned this earlier during the stream, I'm hoping that I get a mission that says save Stephanie Kerman. Because I've still got, I think, the modified game files that have Stephanie in this. The modified crew files. And so I did, when I was mucking around before, like in the last couple of weeks, get a mission to save Stephanie. So I'm hoping it just pops up as a mission that I can do. And if it does, I will do it immediately. Okay, we might have a problem. I did not account for the, I did not account for the weight of the pod. And I did not readjust my thrust limiter. Now the question is, have I got enough speed to get over to the water for splashdown? No! Oh, poop. Nuts. Boy. Thank you so much, Dragnon. Thank you for another 20 gift subs, you madman. Thank you very much. Choose outcome. Nope. Nope. I didn't make that one. I didn't make that one. Let's go again. We're launching again. Same thing, but I'm gonna... Yes. No, not revert. Space Center. Oh, Mosi. What a bad time to predict that I was going to be successful. Oops. Let's try that again. What are we at? Oh, thruster weight ratio was barely above 1. Let's pick that up a bit. Okay. Let's try that again. And launching. Came to say hi and then got robbed. What is the world coming to? No, I reckon this engine has enough. It's just I had to burn so much to try and gently leave the launch pad. And I couldn't get enough altitude. This should be fine this time. I think. Oh, a lot more points on the success this time. About 10 seconds remaining. The mission is to test a couple of engines splashed down. That's it. and that's the mission I screwed up. Overconfidence. That's the problem. It's always the problem. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, launch. Over we go. All because I added a capsule that I'd forgotten to add and then didn't check my thruster weight ratio. And... I reckon that'll be safe. Let's pop those chutes. Good. And 5 meters a second. I was a bit worried it was going to go too fast. I was going to destroy this engine before I got to splashdown. It's a little bit concerning. And the wind blows back over land. Ah, oh, KSP with wind. I don't think it'd... Actually, no. That would be terrifying. Think of the launches of your wobbly rockets getting pushed by the wind as you as you try and launch them. They've got a banana bend to them before you even get started. And... blammo. Mission's complete. Oh, that is flickery and I don't like it. And recover. There we go. I got that one. 81% of the points. Agreed. I think it's time to orbit the moon. I reckon. Don't think I've got enough science because those are 45, yeah. So let's go try and orbit the moon. Command pod. Separator. Parachute. And drogues for added safety. I did not modify this save so that it's got the renamed Kerbals. I think they're still on the roster, but I don't think I've... But they're not, like, in the default ones. Like I did for Capac and I. I should try and bring the science, shouldn't I? I know this adds drag, but I think if we get enough added science, it's worth it. Oh, hang on. Let's do this properly. Let's put a payload bay in. And we go to our science. I do have heat shields, yes. There you go. And then power, because orbiting the moon, I've come back and I've run out of power before. That'll probably do me. Get our little pug on. See you, Cyborg. Yeah, actually, let's play it safe. Let's play it safe. Let's put a heat shield on. Oh! Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, that makes me so happy. The shroud for the heat shield with stock plus isn't extra wide than the rocket. Ah, that looks so much better. I'm not gonna add a scientist because I don't have a easy way of bringing 2 crew. So I'd prefer to just bring a pilot and not be able to reset. My plan is to just activate the science modules on a close flyby of the moon or an orbit of the moon, because I've done high orbit of the moon in space high above. I can now do in space near the moon. I must always place it on the wrong node then. If it's in normal stock, it isn't. I swear I've placed it everywhere it can do, but guess not. No need for RCS thrusters. In fact, no need for RCS fuel. Oh wait, no, I do want to carry monopropellant. I need that for my Kerbal. Whoops, 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 whoops. Okay. So we're going to go with, this time, I'm going to go a bit silly. Because I think it'll be more fun. More boosters. More, more, more. Yeah. More power is more gooder, yes. Oh yeah. Okay, and I don't think I'll need these, but I'm going to do them anyway. Alright, so what's my thrust to weight ratio with those? 2.11. So let's reduce that down to something like that. 1.24. A little bit higher. 1.28. That'll do. So pop those off. And pop that off, and that goes there. Pop that off, and go. No, Beer Seeker, completely disagree. I do not move. So the reason I do my thrust to weight ratio before I move the engine down to this stage is because then it gives me my thrust to weight ratio for just the boosters, which is what I want. I don't want to know what it would be if I had the liquid engine at full throttle as well. I want it without that, so that's why I have to do it first, and then I move the stages. See ya, King Cookie! Yeah, I've played little bits of KSP periodically over the last, like, 5 years or so. Oh, and I just remembered something. Whoops, that's not the key I meant to press at all. What I remembered was Capac and I had planned to do some multiplayer stuff later today, so I should probably sit in TeamSpeak while I continue playing. What shall I call this rocket? Quest for cheese. 1. 12. 1. The kaboom stick. Okay, we have not started a prediction yet, so I shall start the prediction. We are going with... Nope, not that one. That one. Yeah, okay. We'll go with 2 minutes. Standard rules apply. Mission success. Mission failure. Jeb lost forever. And out to the launch pad we go. Hey Ecto, how's it going? I'm honestly, I'm constantly sitting here going, when is something absolutely catastrophic going to happen? When am I going to take off, start tilting my nose over a bit too much, flip over, have the whole rocket explode? I think I just I'm so used to that happening at some point during this early phase of the game where I just get a little overexcited trying to get an efficient takeoff and gravity turn. Ugh. I know I've just jinxed it. I think with this many boosters, I'm going to try and shoot fairly straight up before I do my turn. I think I'll do a fairly late turn, because I feel like there's a decent chance I'll end up flipping. Because I'm quite heavy up this end with the Science Junior and the other stuff. What's the worst that could happen? Jeb could die. That's terrible. We can't have Jeb dying. Be a tragedy. Alright. Prediction's almost done, so countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Do, 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 do. Holding together. Ah, Scythe, I got you with another game. Steam has finished downloading Kerbal Spacecraft. Curse your spotty. Yes. And yes, I was shaking my fist angrily, even though I don't have a face cam. I was doing that just then. I hope that makes you feel better. Oh, they're gonna hit each other? Maybe. Nope, nope. Hey, you can blame the fact that they've released news for KSP2 being released in February, I think it was, for me playing this. Because, man, am I excited about that. KSP2 will not have multiplayer at early access launch. It will have multiplayer down the line. It's like one of their last milestones. But the fact that it's on the milestone list makes me happy. But yeah, it's a long way down the line. Which is sad, but looks like you're power sliding into that gravity turn. Yeah. It did a bit. I will be all over KSP2 once it's got multiplayer especially. I expect to play it a fair bit even without the multiplayer, but with the multiplayer, I will be all over it. There are so many things that Capac and I have talked about over the years that we would love to do. Okay, where are we at? That was probably a little better. I think I'll have a little bit more fuel than I've done on previous launches. Get a bit closer. Don't know why I'm doing this blind, but what the heck. It's more pro without nodes. Or is it just stupid? Is it just dumb? I'm not sure it's more professional if you do something that's just a bad idea in general. I am the real Splitsy because I got lost trying to get to orbit. That's how you know it's really me. I got lost trying to get to orbit. I feel like that's a line that might come back to haunt me. That was a special moment. Dang it, I should have made that a moment. I can't remember how to do it though. Down to... Alright. Perhaps it's starting to climb. Whole new series. Wrong way. Period. And we are... in orbit. A slightly eccentric orbit, but nevertheless an orbit. Now let's get moonward. And that's about optimal there. 2 minutes 45-second burn. It's a long burn. And we're at a minute 20 something. That'll do. So I'm going to try and get in a really high orbit, see how much fuel I've got left at that point, and then yeah, we'll see if it works. And it's dark. And now it's not dark for Jeb. Well, while this burn's going, I'm going to grab my water. See, it's behind me. Okie dokie. So, Dragon asked before about my desk. It seems to have come together. So, for those not aware, I'm making a new desktop for my desk. I've got a sit-stand electronic desk base, but I wanted to make the desktop large enough to hold my PCs on it as well as all my monitors. And I have joined together a couple of large boards to do so. They're currently stuck together with some dowels and liquid nails. And that's cured now for about 24 hours. So I should be able to, once I've finished editing Assertive Acquisitions, take apart my setup as it is and put it in. However, with my PC having failed to boot up on first attempt now 2 days in a row, it had only previously done that on very rare occasions, I may be thinking I should look into getting my PC upgrade sooner rather than later and doing it all at once. rebuilding the desk, and then building the PC, and then putting it all together one time instead of having to do it once, then buy the PC upgrade, then do it all again with all the cabling and everything. So, yes, the 70-meter deep table, Scythe, yes. It's currently a 2200 by 1200 millimeter tabletop, which I will, I think, trim down to 2200 by 1050. Okay. We have an approach. We have 1729 meters a second remaining. So the motors on the sit-stand desk, it says it's rated for up to 150 kilograms. Off the top of my head, I don't know how heavy my screens plus stands are, but I would think that they are definitely no more than 10 kilos each. So that's 3 of those plus probably 5 kilos for my other monitor. So that's 35 kilos. The desktop itself is definitely under 20 kilos because I can easily lift it myself without too much trouble. So that's what, 55 kilos? And then you got the 2 PCs. And however heavy they are, even if they're 10 kilos each, which they easily could be because I've got an EATX case, that's still, you know, well under the 150. Thanks, Broke, for the Prime sub. 1.5 years. Thank you. Well done remembering to use your Prime sub for 1.5 years. That's genuinely impressive. Twitch does not make it easy. It's taken me like 3 years to get to 1.5 years on Capac's channel with my Prime sub. Any pictures made public? Sort of. There's somewhere on the Discord, there's an old picture of my setup, but this is what the desktop looks like. It's this project board stuff that I bought from Bunnings that's made out of, it's like an engineered board made out of, I think it's acacia. I think. And it comes pre-oiled. Which was handy. Means I can be lazy. I did, however, manage to get some of the liquid nails to squeeze out of the gap with those straps. I'd gotten them tight enough that it actually squeezed out, which meant I had to scrape that off. Haven't found her, Gannett. I'm waiting. I'm hoping I get the mission to find her, but have not found Stephanie yet. I'm waiting for the game to randomly give me the mission. I'm not gonna manufacture the mission intentionally. Here we go. In the co-op space program thing that I did with Capac, where we were playing in multiplayer, we left Stephanie in orbit. And down we go. I can't remember what near by the moon counts as. Probably that. Maybe it's under 30? Let's go down to 20. There we go. That'll do. An eccentric lunar orbit. Successfully achieved. I did not have, when I came by here last time, the barometer. So we'll grab that. Nor did I have the temperature. We'll grab that. And I've already got a crew report, right? Yeah. Okay, EVA. Let's go grab that science. And we'll get back in. I think I've already got an EVA report from out here, yep. Low orbit around the moon is under 60. Ah, cool. Aw, no. She's a Kerbal. Stephanie's a Kerbal. She'll survive. She'll be alive. It's not recovery. It's rescue. It's definitely still rescue. I do love that view. Where am I at? I'm under 60 kilometers. All right. So, crew report. Space near the moon. Science Junior. Space near the moon. Inline goo unit. Space near the moon. Log pressure data. Log temperature. EVA. Up the Midlands. Let's go grab all of the stuff. Hey, Robob. How's it going? Let me get the thing. Get the thing. Collect the data. Yes. Remove. Take. Take. Collect. Remove. Yes, DJ Freemanx, this is the same person who does all of the tutorials on Space Engineers. Yes, I am the same person. Hooray! I have all the science. That's still above the Midlands. Are we going to fly over any... Yes, we should just go over the slopes and crater. Far side crater. This might be the east far side? I don't remember. Okay, let's try this. EVA. Islands. Take that. It's my cheesy way to get lots of science from around the moon. Still Highlands. East far side. I was right. Ha! That's rare. I'm really excited for what Keen has coming for the next update. I'm really excited about it. The concept of logic blocks in Space Engineers is one that I've been an advocate for some time because I can't write scripts. But I could definitely do some cool stuff with logic blocks if you give me the tools to do so. And I think that's going to be true for a lot of people. Like, the, especially when you're thinking people on Xbox. Because they can't use scripts. I wonder if there's slopes on the edge of this crater or not. Doesn't look like it. Alright, I think it's time for us to head on home. I hope I don't die. Now, can somebody tell me, because I have definitely done this in a whole bunch of different ways, what's the most efficient return trajectory here? I usually try and go, like... behind the moon, sort of thing. Seems like to get to Lunar Escape seems to be quickest doing it like about there. But I don't know if that's right or if I've just lucked onto something that vaguely works. Yeah, moon direction retrograde, which is kind of what I'm doing. I'm burning that. I'm burning to increase this part so that my orbit would, if my orbit was circular, it would have ballooned out this way. Aim away from Kerbal and fall into it. But that creates a much larger orbit around Kerbal, which you've then got to counteract. Whereas this gives me a much smaller orbit around Kerbal with the same amount of thrust, which is why I've always gone this way. Yes, Capac, point and shoot. I'm surprised you didn't just jump into voice chat and say that. There we go.
I wasn't sure if you'd remembered to turn it on.
Well, you could have checked. All you have to do is jump in TeamSpeak to know whether I've turned it on or not. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And are you as excited about KSP2 as I am?
Yes and no.
You'd be more excited if they had multiplayer at launch?
Yeah. The thing that's dragging me down is that multiplayer is so far down the list.
Yeah. But at least it's still on the list. I was slightly worried it was going to be gone from the list.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's good. And now we are in Kerbal orbit.
Gannett,
retrograde.
being replaced by a drone makes me feel good because then I can go back to just building nonsense that doesn't work properly.
Or trying to build drones that replace yourself so that you can then do nonsense that doesn't work properly, but the nonsense that doesn't work properly is the drone?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm re-encountering the moon. That's not helpful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about that.
Yeah. Still, it's gonna be okay. We're down to 800,000, 700, 600, 500, 400, 2, 1, 54, that'll do. Uh-oh. Why pause? Oh, right. Switching orbits. Yeah. El Botion, I have played a bit of Factorio over the years. Never on stream. We've never played on a stream, have we, Capac?
Factorio? No, I don't think so.
No, but the two of us have played it together.
Man, that was a close shave orbital encounter.
It was, wasn't it? Re-encounter. Yeah, we've played a little bit of Factorio. It's not really for us, is it?
Yeah, it's not really It's definitely not really my kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's not really my kind of thing either. Factorio is more than Satisfactory is. Factorio's got more going on that gives me stuff to do. But
yeah, but I like Satisfactory better because Satisfactory has more things to like goof off with, like exploration and building.
Yeah, but we explored everything in like the first stream we did of it.
Yeah, but we played it ages ago. But there's like vehicles you can drive. Oh, I guess there's vehicles in Factorio, isn't there?
The very moment that KSP2 has multiplayer that Capac and I are able to access it, we will play it. If both of us are able to, we will 100% play it. I have zero doubt of this. Capac owned KSP before I did.
Yeah, I bought it back when they were selling it through a Mexican website that the credit card companies went, are you sure you want to do this?
I bought KSP. I actually got a Steam account to buy KSP. KSP was the reason I got a Steam account. I'm pretty sure. It was either KSP or it was 7 Days to Die, one of the two. But they're two of my very first purchases on Steam. I think I might be doing a repeated orbital slowdown here. This could get interesting. So I don't think my apoapsis is going to drop below atmosphere. Oh, it might just. Oh yeah, it's just barely going to. 100, 90, 80, 70. This is a very shallow trajectory. That's probably okay. I've got a heat shield.
Oh, not much fuel left.
Nope. And then I get to ditch all of this waste.
So you're using some kind of fancy graphics mods?
Yes. Yes, I am. And... goodbye. Now we hope.
You're just leaving that junk in space.
No, it'll come down. I was on a this was definitely a terminal trajectory. Yes, I did collect all the science data. I did it while we were in orbit of the moon. Review stored data 9.
I think I signed up for Steam because it installed when I played Portal.
Oh yeah.
Which I bought on I think I bought like the orange box DVD.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing you'd do.
On an old laptop, and it's still got that version of Steam installed on it. Back when it was Army Green.
Oh. Yeah, I think I was like 2 or 3 months late to buy KSP and get all of the DLCs for included in the price. I was just after it. Whereas Capac got all of them included.
Yeah, because I bought it real early.
Yep. I think I was still playing lots and lots of Minecraft then, so I was very much distracted by that. Here we go. Hopefully shallow enough that we're going to slow down.
It's getting pretty toasty.
Just a bit. Why is my voice so soothing? I don't know. Capac? I don't know. I do not expect you to answer a question like that. I just wanted to make you feel uncomfortable for a moment. Why are we called Capac and Splitsy? Because we chose those names when we were in high school. And we somehow, despite being high school kids, managed to pick names that weren't annoying to us as adults.
Or commonly used across half the planet.
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Tin Man. Thanks for 10 months. So I was telling Stream earlier, Capac, my PC has failed to boot a couple of times in the last week.
Oh boy.
It failed to boot first time yesterday, and it failed to boot first time today. Which makes me think I might be doing my upgrade sooner than I'd planned.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Are you trying to land in a specific location, or are you just landing anyway?
Just landing. Just landing. Very much just trying to successfully not kill Jeb today.
So with all that cloud cover, it's hard to see where you're actually at.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. You mean desert?
Yeah, it looks like. Unless it's tundra, but you shouldn't be that high.
No.
Latitude.
I did a pretty good job on my previous re-entry landing. I was on the KSC Peninsula.
Oh,
which
nice.
I was pretty chuffed about. I will do a mod thing for KSP for next week. For the stream I do next week. I didn't get around to it this time. But if you're on the Discord, you can head to the Spoiler Alert channel and see them there. Is there a chance you can hear me sing one day? Not really. I'm not a singer. Capac's done a lot more singing than I have.
I mean...
There are little moments where I'll catch myself and I'll do something, but, yeah, not intentional.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I sing a lot.
No. Just exploded. Oh, the heat shield.
Yeah, heat shield.
EVA report. Take all of that. Board. Crew report.
Alethian, if you want to hear me singing, it's in an episode of Light Echoes on YouTube.
It's in 2.
Well,
it's cold outside.
Yes, but one of them is me intentionally singing badly.
Oh no, they're 3.
What's the other one?
You sing the mining song.
Oh yeah.
You sing the sea shanty, and you sing the Red Dwarf intro. Yay! 366 science. So, since Capac's here, what we're going to do is take a brief, 1-minute break while I switch over to some plate up and get the stream integration going with that. I'll be back with some more KSP next week in this same time slot, I reckon. Otherwise, hanging around because we'll be back in just a moment.